this is what happened, the strange thing that happened to the weary birds who lost their way.
Here, let me see that map. Here's Archie.
As I remember, that should be on the left, but I don't remember.
It is. And here's Braymore.
Should be on the right.
It is. Now, where the hell are we?
What's in the middle?
Nothing.
That's where we are.
In nothing.
Yes, and for a fellow with my potentialities, it's an ideal location. We'll find our way out when the sun comes up.
Fine couple of game hunters we are. Come all the way over here from New York. And on the first night out we get lost.
Maybe we took the high road instead of the low road. Like a drink?
Oh, thanks. I thought you told me you were going to cut back on that stuff.
I did, but I'm a terrible liar. Besides, it doesn't pay. I was going out with this wonderful girl. She used to plead with me to give it up. So one day I did, and we discovered that we had nothing to talk about, so we broke up.
You know, there's something about this forest that gives you the feeling of being in a cathedral.
If we were, I'd know where the exit was.
You don't believe in anything, do you?
Of course I do.
Really? What?
Anything I can understand, anything that's real to me, you know, anything I can touch, taste, feel, smell, see, swallow.
And what about the things you don't understand?
I dismiss them.
Well, that makes things very easy, doesn't it?
Comfortable. Comfortable's the word.
Oh, Jeff, I envy you.
Why?
You seem very satisfied.
I am, aren't you?
No, I am not.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You got a fine job, you got a fine girl, you're lost in a fine forest. What else could you want?
I don't know, but something seems wrong, especially between Jane and me, and that makes everything seem wrong. I mean, come on. Look how I avoid getting married. I just can't bring myself to that altar.
I don't see what could possibly be wrong. She's young, she's attractive, she fits smack into your niche in life. And on top of that, she loves you. And just the proper amount.
And what is the proper amount?
Enough to make you happy, but not enough to embarrass your friends.
It's ideal, doesn't it? Why don't I see it? I must be lacking somewhere.
Oh, don't go talking yourself into an inferiority you don't deserve.
What does that mean?
Well, most of my friends who have inferiority complexes, they're absolutely right. They're not as good as everybody else. But somebody like you...
Wait a minute. Did you hear that?
Uh-huh.
Look, over there.
Looks like a village.
It is.
I thought you said there was nothing on the map.
All around that village over there, there's some peculiar heavy fog.
And there's no mist in the valley.
No, just around the village. You know what? It can't be far from here. We can walk over there. Come on, let's go.
Well, Google Maps here's what this.
Oh, the clouds on Sullivan there at the fair, laddie.
Come ye from the mills, come ye men from the town.
Come ye to the fair.
Come ye, all ye, everywhere to the fair. Come ye from the mills, come ye from the mills, come ye in the glare, come ye men, come ye men, come ye from the loom, come from hair and broom, hear ye everywhere, don't you care, there's a fair down on Bockie Square. All of you come to Sandy here, come on to Sandy's blue. I'm selling the sweetest candy here that ever shook Mercer too. I eat it myself and I've no doubt it's creamy and good and thick. So laddies, I hope you'll buy me out to making me kind of sick. Come ye from the loom, come from hair and broom, hear ye everywhere, don't you care, there's a fair. Come ye from the loom, come from hair and broom, hear ye everywhere, don't you care, there's a fair down on Bockie Square. I'm selling a pinch of milk and cream. Come taste it and ye will vow that this is the finest milk and cream that ever came out of cow. A fine it is, the price is small, with milk and a cream alike. There's nothing to do but sell it out. The cow will not take it back. Come ye from the hills, come ye from the mills, come ye in the glare, come ye men, come ye men, come ye from the loom, come from hair and broom, hear ye everywhere, don't you care, there's a fair down on Bockie Square.
Woolens, tartans. Here, put your book down and help your father. You might even like to weave in business.
I'll never like to weave in business, Father, and ye know it well.
Oh, Harry, just try. Good morning to you, Mr. McLaren.
Good day, Archie.
And good morning to your two bonny daughters.
Good morning, Mr. Beaton.
Aye.
Well, Mr. Beaton, I'm looking for a housecoat for Father for the wedding this evening.
Ah, yes. You're marrying young Charlie Dalrymple.
Aye, Mr. Beaton.
Aye. You look as happy as a lark.
Aye, Mr. Beaton. As you can see, Mr. Beaton, Gina's a wee bit short of words today.
Father says I should not talk too much. He says when I speak, I sound so happy that he finds it annoying.
Did you say that, Mr. McLaren?
Aye, Mr. Beaton. Besides, Alaska's married. Must learn to spend more time listening and less time talking.
Oh, I don't think young Charlie will have any problem. She's a fine maiden.
All maidens are fine, Archie. But then tell me, where do all the bad wives come from?
Oh, Andrew McLaren.
Friend, Mr. Forsyth has asked me, has written on this parchment a few reminders, and he's asked me to hang it in the public square where all ye can see it and be reminded.
Aye.
Aye.
'Tis the second day of our blessing. And he has written on here a few reminders of our obligations that we so gratefully accepted.
Aye.
Now, the boundaries of our village are thus. To the west, the footbridge. To the east, the wee kirk. To the north, the loch. And to the south, the forest. Now, be ye warned, ne'er to cross, or Brigadoon will be in darkness forever. What? We shall place it in the village square, as we told Mr. Forsyth we would.
Aye.
Aye.
Your father likes to take charge, doesn't he, Miss Fiona?
Aye, he does that. Especially after all the work's been done.
True.
Would you have a waistcoat of this that would fit?
Well, I think so, Miss Fiona.
Hello, Harry.
Hello, Jean.
How are you today?
How do you expect me to be? It is your wedding day after all, isn't it?
I'm truly sorry, Harry.
Dinna be. If anyone's going to pity me, let it be me. Trapped forever without ye in this peasant village. Hello, Fiona.
Hello, Harry.
You know, it just isn't fair for ye to be wedding Charlie Dalrymple. He's got everything. School in Edinburgh, and now ye, and I've got nothing.
What did Mr. McGuffie say, Harry?
I forgot.
Fiona, I feel so sorry for you.
I know, darling.
Mr. Beaton, you did not hate me for not allowing Harry to be me.
No, Miss Jean, I don't. You know, with Harry, I think the only woman that could have loved Harry was his dear mother. His dear mother, God rest her soul.
Come, Jean, you're going to spend the day with your father. And Fiona, be sure to get everything necessary for the wedding supper.
I will, Father.
And remind her just what's necessary. At this time, my aim is to be hospitable, not overly generous. Come, Jean.
You'll bring that waistcoat down to the house this afternoon, will you, Mr. Beaton?
Aye, Miss Fiona, I will.
Oh, good morning, Fiona.
Hello, Meg. A jug of cream, please.
Is this for the wedding this evening?
Aye.
When are you going to think for marriage for yourself?
Oh, well, when I meet somebody that makes me think of it.
You mean you haven't met anyone to make you think of it?
No. You see, I didn't just want to get married. I think you should do it only when you and your lad love each other fiercely. And getting married is the waiting for his theory. Me. What do you do when you're waiting around for your love to come your way? Well, when no one is looking, you kneel on the ground and you pray and pray and pray. But when Lacy said and have known, how long becomes the night? But I fear the night is longer, my that's not right. Waiting for my dearie is sweeter to me than wooing any lodging on the lea. Dreaming of your dearie, and I'm in the day. That's how I am, and I'll never stay. Though I'm clear for dear eyes till the day he arise, I'll never grieve. For my hopes will be high, that he'll come swelling by. For you see, I believe that there's a laddie weary and wandering free, who's waiting for his
Okay, we're done.
Hi.
So, could you tell us where we are?
Of course I can tell you. You're in Brigadoon.
Brigadoon.
Aye.
That's odd. There's no Brigadoon on the map.
Archie, I didn't be surprised, eh?
Oh, no, I cannot be surprised. It's not there.
So, you mean you know it's not on the map?
Aye.
A little snobbish if you don't think.
Why isn't it on the map?
For good and sound reasons.
What are you all dressed up for? Is this the day you take pictures for postcards?
We're not dressed up.
You mean you always go around with all those clothes on?
No.
Okay, come on. Someone. What's going on here? What is this?
We're having a fair.
Aye.
Aye.
There? Is that milk you're selling there?
Aye.
Could I buy some? I'm thirsty. We've been walking home, but...
I'll have to see your money first.
What?
What did you give them, a hunk of your ring?
It's just a shilling. What a booty layout this is.
It's very interesting, sir. But it does me no good.
What do you mean it does you no good? Sell me something and it will.
I can't sell you anything. But if you're thirsty, I can give you some milk.
No thanks, I don't want any favors.
I see from the corn you're from England?
No, we're Americans.
What's an American?
Oh, Jeff, let's go home. Come on, this is...
No, wait. Please. Oh, he didn't mean to act so strangely. It's just, what have we been taken aback is all. We don't love to get strangers to Brigadoon.
I can understand why. You people are staring at us like we just dropped in from some other world. Does that amuse you?
Meg.
Obviously, the daughter of two first cousins.
If you guys have been walking all night, you must be tired and hungry. Would you like some food to eat and perhaps a place to lie down before you start back?
Yes, that would be nice. Thank you.
Good. Oh, I'm Fiona McLaren.
Tommy Albright. Oh, wait, this is Jeff Douglas.
Nice.
And I'm May Brock.
I'm glad you're happy about that.
You know what, Jeff? You go on ahead. I'll call the inn first.
Oh, yes, if you'd like some food, there's a little tavern down the way there where you can get something to eat.
I'll take you.
Wolves and Dark? Is Miss Meg going to look after you?
I think so. Why?
Well, after you're finished eating, maybe she'll take you up in the field so you can rest up there. And you'll get your trousers caught in the thistle. And if you need a new pair, I got one here just for you.
Thanks, old man, but I don't think I'll get stuck.
I didn't know it, but you're stuck already.
I'm pretending, Mr. Beaton.
Oh, there.
So, is there a phone around here?
A phone.
Yeah, a phone.
No, I didn't think we had one of those.
No phone.
No, sir.
Tell me, what's so strange about this place?
Nothing, sir. You're the one who's strange.
Charlie! Charlie! Haven't thrown a good old luck with me?
The merry bridegroom himself.
Bridegroom?
Hello, sir.
Charlie here is marrying my little sister this evening.
Oh,
One for you, sir?
thank you.
Oh, Charlie, this is Tommy Albright. He just happened in a little while ago.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, good morning to you then, sir.
Yeah, good morning to you.
I think I'll take this one to Mr. Forsyth. I just hope he knows how thankful I am for the land in America.
Delayed for what?
And may God bless me this day, as much as I bless he, if he were I, and I were he.
What was all that about a miracle?
Oh, it is nothing to speak.
Tis a toast we have here.
It is fantastic.
That is wonderful. Might I have another?
That was a wedding gift. It is for sale only.
I must buy some claret and ale for the wedding tonight. Come with me and we can have some more.
Oh. Okay.
Wolves, Dark?
Charlie, I wonder what American women are like.
Oh, I didn't wonder about that anymore. I'm not allowed to.
That's right. You made yourself unavailable for all the lassies.
Used to be a roving lad, a roving and wandering life. I had on any lass I found who would try to tie me down. But then one day I saw a maid who held out her hand, and I stayed and stayed, and now across the green I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. I used to have 100 friends, but when we are wed, the friendship ends. They never come to call, so farewell to one and all. Farewell to all the lads I knew. I'll see them again when they're married too, for soon across the green I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, go home to Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, I'll go home to Bonnie Jean. In Edinburgh I used to know a lass with a baron, her name was Jo, and every night at 10 I would meet her in the glen.
But you'll not see her again, especially not when at 10.
For soon across the green I'll Go home to Bonnie Jean.
Go home, go home, go home to Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home.
Oh, go home to Bonnie Jean. Hello to Mary, I know I'll soon have a wife and leave yours alone. A bonny wife indeed, and she's all over thee. With Bonnie Jean, my days will fly. Love forever to day I die. That's why across the green, ah, go home to Bonnie Jean.
Go home, go home, go home to Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, here.
Go home to Bonnie Jean.
Come over this afternoon to sign the family Bible, will you?
Oh, I'll be over, Lacy. You really should stay for the dinner tonight.
Thanks, but I won't be here that long.
'Tis a pity.
Charlie, what are we going to do all day?
Rest, dearie, rest.
He's a good kid.
Aye, he is that.
It is wonderfully refreshing to see a young fellow that enthusiastic about getting married.
It is so unusual.
Oh, I think so. I mean, look at me. I'm not bubbling over like Charlie, and next month, I'm facing the minister.
Oh! You get married?
Yes.
Oh!
Oh, what?
Well, you just didn't seem like the sort of man who would want to get settled down.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said I was getting married.
Well, if that's how you feel about it with my father.
Because the girl wants to.
Is that reason enough?
I don't know what it's like here, but where I'm from, if you've been going with a woman long enough and she decides that she wants to get married, you get her married right away and save yourself a whole lot of trouble.
I must say, it does sound like a lover pretty much.
Well, I suppose not, huh?
That also sounds like a very peculiar land to come from.
You won't believe me, lass. This isn't the usual hamlet off the highway either. I mean, what's all that business with Charlie and postponing a miracle?
Oh. That. I cannot say.
But you told me you'd tell me later.
I know, but I cannot say.
You know what? I figure if I stay around this place long enough, I'm going to find out that everybody in it is a little nutty. Is that so?
I cannot say.
How come?
Because I don't know what nutty means.
It means slightly insane.
Well, then I can assure you, Tommy Albright, that we are all far from insane. In fact, we are a most blessed group of people, and I never fully realized how special we were until all of a sudden, and outside our meeting, a stranger to Brigadoon drops in. I don't know who you are, and I don't know where you come from, but everything you said and everything you think, I think differently. And I believe that the way that I think is much more, well, pleasant. And I'm sorry I said all that, but you angered me when you called us insane.
You don't like me very much, do you?
That's the odd part. I like you very much. I just didn't like anything you say.
Fiona,
If
I stuck around here today, would you take me to the wedding this evening?
Why do you suddenly want to go?
I can't say.
If that's how you feel about it, I'll take you. And I'll be highly pleased you'll be there.
Oh, you will? Why's that?
Because of what I just told ya. I like you very much.
Huh. You did say that, didn't you?
Now, I'll find some place for you to rest before this evening.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm just going to get some heather for the wedding.
Oh, where will you do that?
On the hill, where the heather is.
Can I go with you?
No, I'll do much faster alone.
I won't bother you. Really. Maybe I'm the one who's slightly nutty, but... Can't we two go walking together out beyond the valley of trees, out where there's a hillside of heather, curtsying gently in the breeze? That's what I'd like to do, see the heather hunt with you. The mists of May are in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. So take my hand and we'll go roaming through the heather on the hill. The morning dew is blinking yonder. There's lazy music in the rill. And all I want to do is wander through the heather on the hill. There may be other days as rich and rare. There may be other springs as full and fair. But they won't be the same. They'll come and go. For this I know, that when the mist is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still, if you're not there, I won't go roaming through the heather on the hill. The heather almost sounded like I was making love to you, didn't it?
There's a bit of a difference between making love and being sentimental because you're tired.
Oh, that's what I was being? Sentimental because I'm tired?
I believe so. But it's very grateful. The mist abates in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. If you're not there, I won't go roaming through the heather on the hill. Morning tombs clinking yonder, this lazy music in the reel, and all I want to do is wander through the heather on the hill. There may be other days as rich and round, there may be other springs as full and fair, but they won't be the same, they'll come and go. For this I know,
That when the mist is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still, if you're not there, I won't go roaming through the heather on the hill. The heather on the hill.
It's a very picturesque view of the garden.
Thank you
So what?
for liking where I brought you. It makes me very happy.
You get happy very easily, don't you?
I
I've been in and open shed like this since I was a boy.
You mean you're tired?
I am tired, Lacy. That's why you brought me here to have a nap, isn't it?
I wouldn't have think a long walk like that would fatigue such a young lad like you.
A young lad.
You're very young.
That's either a deliberate lie or wishful thinking. I'm ancient, decrepit, and disintegrating rapidly. What's under here, a rock curtain?
My father used to sleep on it.
That was his second mistake.
He and my mother met in the shed. My mother was a gypsy.
Uh-huh.
And one day, she was walking by the shed, and she saw my father asleep on the cot. She liked his looks, and she's a wee bit tired anyway, so she kicked off her shoes, and she sat in the rocking chair and waited for him to wake up. Not long after that, I was born.
That's the sweetest bedtime story I've ever heard.
You sure you're comfortable?
Very. Thank you very much. You've been more than kind. If you'd like to round up your generosity, would you please go away and let me sleep?
You're a winning lad, a right winning lad.
You should see me when I'm rested. I'm almost robust. You should go away because I make odd noises when I sleep.
Who told you? Do you have a wife?
No, but I was engaged once.
Well, what happened to the lass you were engaged to?
She fell in love with a Russian.
A Russian? That's just
Yes.
in Europe, isn't it?
Yes, more and more. You just cross the channel and turn left. It's not far.
You're a winning lad, a right winning lad.
I don't know what you're after, but I don't want it.
But can you tell I am highly attracted to you?
Well, thank you very much, and when I wake up, we'll discuss the whole problem, and believe me, you have a problem.
But I've been waiting so long.
Please go.
Ye men are all alike.
I should certainly hope so.
You get what you want from a lass, and 'tis farewell.
Get what I want? I can't even get you to go away.
That's what I'm referring to. I thought you were interested in me, and that's why you let me take you here. You misled me.
You certainly have one hell of an imagination. Can you tell me why I, a strange man, would be interested in you, a strange woman, and at this hour of the day?
Of course I can. 'Cause you're a lad, and I'm a lass.
With that philosophy, you must have had a provocative career.
I've had a great many heartbreaks.
I do not doubt it at all.
At 16 years I was blue and sad. Then father said I should find a lad. So out I went to become a wife and find the real love of my life. His name it was Chris and the last was McGill. I met him one night picking flowers on the hill. He had lots of charm and a certain kind of touch and a certain kind of eagerness that pleased me very much. And there beneath the moon where romance often springs, I gave him my heart and a few other things. I don't know how long that I stayed upon the hill, but the moon had disappeared and so had Christopher McGill. So I went home and I thought I died, till father said make another try. So out I went to become a wife and find the real love of my life. He came from the lowlands did he? I saw him and knew he was perfect for me. Just one thing that puzzled me He read me some verse he had written for me. He said they wouldn't move me, these poems from his pen, and how right they were, because they moved me right into the glen. We stayed till the dawn came and light hit the sky, and I shook his hand, and I bid him goodbye. I never run back, for what I had heard was true, that a poet only writes about the things he cannot do. My pa said, look out for men who think. You'll be more certain with men who drink. So out I went to become a wife and found the real love of my life. Oh, he was a soldier, a fine Highland son. He told me about all the battles he'd won. He wasted his time telling me about his might. For one look at him decided me to not put up a fight. We skirmished for hours that night at the glen, and I found the sword had more might than the pen. And when I was rousing, I snored to my dismay, and he thought it was a bugle and got up and marched away. And Pa said, daughter, there must be one, someone who's true or too old to run. So I'm still looking to be a wife, find the real love of my life.
Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. My daughter goes tonight away she goes. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. The town knows tonight away she goes. What with all the clothes, all the these and those, why do you suppose Jeannie never froze? Hangings for her nose, ribbons for her bows, cottons for her hose, slippers for her toes. Pack up her clothes, tonight away she goes. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. The town knows tonight away she goes. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. Jeannie's packing up, Jeannie's moving out. The town knows tonight away she goes.
Dalrymple tonight. I found her in his lab. Where's Jean?
She's upstairs.
Charity, you're not supposed to see Jeannie before the wedding. It brings bad luck.
Really, sir?
Now, here's the Bible. Take it and sign it. Right below the name of my dear departed wife. Come in.
Here, Mr. McLaren. I've got your waistcoat.
Thank you, Harry. It's good to see you. Wait a minute, lad.
What for?
Why do you take my hand? I'm not your enemy.
Well, you may not mean to be, but you are. And so is everybody else in this town.
What is it, lad? Why do you go around hating everybody?
What could I do? What could anybody do but hate when you realize your life didn't mean a damn? I could not go through the day of seeing her marry someone else if I didn't. I can't leave here. I can't go to the university to make something of myself. And I cannot have Jean. So there's nothing left to do but hate everyone and everything in this cursed town.
You'll never find any peace by hating, lad. It only shuts you off more from the world. And this is only a cursed town if you make it so. To the rest of us, this is a blessed place.
Well, he can keep it. All done, sir. And, who is that?
Oh, my waistcoat came.
Jeannie.
Charlie, please go away. I want to come out.
You shouldn't have buried that. You bring, you need, you shouldn't have buried that. You'll just smile at her.
I can hardly wait for the wedding. Because they told me I can't behold you till wedding music starts playing. To ease my longing, there's nothing wrong in me standing out here and saying, oh, come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Darling, my darling, 'tis all I can say. Just come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Give me your lips and don't take them away.
Charlie, please go away.
Come dearly near me so he can hear me. I've got to whisper this softly, for though I'm burning to shout my yearning, the words come tiptoeing off me. Oh, come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Darling, my darling, 'tis all I can say. Just come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Give me your lips and don't take them away.
Charlie, please go away.
Jean, aren't you going to greet our guest?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Fiona, where have you been? You know I cannot rest without to eat.
You mean it's time for you to
I
dress?
succumb. Oh.
You see, I knew we were out far too long.
I know, but I'm not sorry.
Wait for me, I shan't be but a few minutes.
Fiona.
Hello, lady.
Jeff, where have you been?
This is a pretty nice place. You should have seen my apartment. Complete with a built-in Lacy.
Come on in, come on in. What the hell happened to you?
This. Never mind, it's a professional secret. And disregard all that rubbish about Scottish frugality. Their generosity is overpowering.
How do you feel?
Amazingly well, you.
Oh, I have never felt better in my life.
You too.
Maybe the sun gave me the power, but I could swim like Lomond and be home in half an hour. Maybe the air gave me the drive, but I'm all the glow and alive. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. When we walked up the parade,
Not a word did we say. It was almost like being in love. And your arm linked in mine made the world kind of fine. It was almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And by the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling.
I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. Oh, sure thing, darling.
Thank you, dear.
Darling. Darling. So when do we start back?
Oh, you know what? I was thinking that we should stay for the wedding. I mean, how often do you... Wait a second.
What's the matter?
That must be a little touch. Listen to this. Married, Elizabeth Lang to Andrew McLaren, July 2nd, 1719.
What's so amazing about that? People
Okay.
used to get married back then.
Yeah, but listen to this. Children, Fiona, born October 10th, 1722. Jean, born April 8th, 1728.
Well,
But those are the names of the sisters in the Bible.
well, they could have just been named after somebody.
Yes, because Fiona is 24 and has a sister named Jean who is 6 years younger.
So they were named after somebody.
Yeah. Okay. You know that Jean's getting married this afternoon.
Yes.
And do you know the name of the fellow that she's marrying?
Oh, they told me at the tavern. Somebody named Dalrymple.
Married Jean McLaren to Charles McPherson Dalrymple, May 7th, 1746. What do you say now?
Congratulations.
Wait a minute. No Brigadoon on the map. No phone in this whole town. Thanks to, Mr. Somebody for doing something about a miracle. And a few other things that I passed over while I was out with Fiona this afternoon.
That hyperthyroid I was with had never heard of Hayne whiskey.
This doesn't make any sense. I'm starting to feel like a damned idiot.
Well, I don't see why you're getting so worked up. If they want to ignore 200 years of human bing bang, let them.
But Jeff, I just had the best day of my life. And then I find something like this. This doesn't make any sense.
Makes sense to me. Batty people relax you.
No. She's not batty. She can't be. Fiona, there's got to be a logical explanation for this. Even logical enough for you. Fiona!
They don't have to explain anything to me. I don't care.
What's Tommy?
Come here.
Tommy, what is it?
Is that your name here in this Bible?
Aye, it is. Oh, yeah.
Seems like somebody lost up your books.
Well, is there an explanation or isn't there?
Aye, it is. But I cannot say.
You cannot say. Who cannot say?
Who can say? You'll have to speak with the Dominie,
The who?
the school mistress, Mrs. Lundie.
Okay, where does she live?
Down the road in the tree.
She does not live in a tree, Mr. Douglas. Mrs. Lundie is a great woman. All right, Tom, I'll take you to her. I hope that I would have had to, because I was just enjoying our day together.
What does that have to do with this?
Well, when you have to hear what you have to hear, you're not going to believe what you have to hear, and you're just going to think that we're all, as you say, nutty.
Maybe I will, but maybe I won't. Come on, Jeff.
Is this informal or should I wear a three-cornered hat?
Come on, I said, come on.
Hello, Mrs. Lundie.
Oh, good afternoon, Fiona, darling. This is a pleasant surprise.
Mrs. Lundie, I'd love for you to meet Mr. Tommy Albright and Mr. Jeff Douglas.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
And where do you gentlemen come from?
We're from New York.
We're from New York.
Uh-huh.
Yes, New York.
I bet you.
Mrs. Lundie, you see, these gentlemen have been in Brigadoon all day, and they have seen quite a lot, and they are quite perplexed.
Perplexed is right.
I'd love for you to explain Brigadoon. I'd especially love for him, them to know.
Will you be seated, gentlemen? And Fiona, are you going to stay too, dear?
Oh, yes, please, Mrs. Lundie. I'd love to hear it all again.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, from what I gather, you are the only one in this town that can say anything at all about that. Is this right?
No, that would be wrong. Mr. Forsyth could have told you.
Mr. Forsyth. I've heard that name. Haven't met him yet, though.
Likely not. I think he's dead.
I suppose that would stand in the way.
Now, before I begin, let me warn you what I'm about to tell you. You're going to believe.
I've been warned. I've been warned. But why won't I believe this?
Because what happened in Brigadoon was a miracle. And most folk do not believe in miracles anymore. Believing in miracles requires faith. And faith seems to be as dead as...
Mr. Forsyth?
Now, if a stranger were to wander in Brigadoon and hear the tale from the lips of someone in town, they would think that the latter lassie was daft. And that would lead to all kinds of unfortunate and unpleasant things for the latter lassie, now wouldn't it?
I suppose so.
I suppose so. So now only I can speak of the miracle to strangers.
And you don't imagine people would think you were crazy?
You might very well indeed think I was crazy, but it will not bother me. I simply pity you. Now this all happened, let's see, what day is this?
Oh, it's Friday.
Friday, so that means it happened exactly 200 years ago. 200 years ago, the Highlands of Scotland were in an awful state.
Bonnie Prince Charlie had made up messy things in Culloden and Benoit to sulk about his losses. And the British troops under Cumberland were cleansing the Highland, burning simple folk out of their crafts, starving and murdering people simply for being Highlanders. They were indeed horrible and destructive times. But for me, it was only 2 days ago. Now, the people of Brigadoon are simple folk, and they could scarcely grasp what was happening. They were terrified, wondering what would be in store for us. Some folk thought of the troubles as being akin to evil witches casting spells upon us. I do not suppose that where you gentlemen are from, you have such evil beings, witches?
Yes, but we pronounce it differently.
But here in Brigadoon, we had an old minister of the kirk, Mr. Forsyth, and a good man he
The
was.
kindest man in Scotland.
Aye, I believe he was. No man loved his parish as did Mr. Forsyth. But he was growing old, and it grieved him to think that someday soon he would need to leave behind all those he loved. But most of all, he worried about the British soldiers. They hadn't visited Brigadoon yet, but he knew that there was a company of them heading our way. And he wondered if there was something he could do to protect the folk of Brigadoon, not only from the soldiers, but from any evils that might come our way from the outside world after he died.
What a kind man.
Aye. So for many days he walked through the glen, thinking. And if he had passed his house in the evening, you would have seen him sitting by candlelight, thinking. And one day he came to me and told me he had decided to ask God for a miracle. Now he consulted with me about it because he knows that I have a highly logical mind. He figured as long as he was going to ask for a miracle, it might just as well be a well-organized miracle. So for many days I walked with him through the glen, and for many evenings I sat with him by candlelight, and finally Mr. Forsyth decided what he was going to ask God for. Very early on a Wednesday morning, right after midnight, he went out to a hill beyond Brigadoon to make his prayer to God. And there in the hush of the sleeping world, he asked God to make Brigadoon vanish in the Highland mists. Vanish, not for always. All would return exactly as it had been for 1 day out of every 100 years. The folk would continue to live their customary lives, but every morning when they awakened, it would be 100 years later. And the next morning when we woke, it was 100 years later. You see, Mr. Forsyth figured there'd be no real change in the lives of the people. They simply wouldn't have been any century long enough to be touched by it.
You go to sleep at night, and when you wake up the next morning, it's 100 years later.
Aye.
And every day, the day, is 100 years long.
Aye.
And what happened to Mr. Forsyth?
We never saw him again. You see, he realized that to ask for such a miracle, some sacrifices would need to be made, and he wanted to be the one to make them. Now, what would be the one thing, the one greatest sacrifice that he could offer? Why, would be to be taken away from all of those he loved before his time. And that's why he went out to a hill beyond Brigadoon, with a miracle to be granted he would never see Brigadoon again.
Oh, you could make me cry.
And all this happened 200 years ago.
Aye.
Let me ask you something. Suppose someone decides they want to leave Brigadoon. Then what?
He cannot.
You mean I've got to stay here now?
No, lad. According to Mr. Forsyth's contract with God, if anyone out of Brigadoon should leave, then the enchantment will be broken for all. And when the people go to bed that night, Brigadoon will disappear forever.
Okay. I'm not saying that I believe any of this. But suppose just for a moment, for argument's sake, what if someone like, well, me came to Brigadoon and decided that he wanted to stay? Would he?
Aye. Mr. Forsyth provided for that.
He didn't miss a trick, did he?
No, lad, he did not. A stranger can stay in Brigadoon if he loves someone, not Brigadoon itself, mind you, but someone in Brigadoon deeply enough to want to give up everything to stay with that one person, which is, of course, how it should be. Because when you love someone deeply enough, anything is possible.
I think I like that part the best.
Fiona, dear, isn't it time for you to be getting dressed for the wedding?
Oh, it is! Oh, my dear. Tommy, I'll see you later, will I?
Of course, I'll be here.
Oh, thank you, Tommy.
Well, stick around and see if this place vanishes, just like you said. Tell me, Mrs. Lundie, are you all really so happy here in this town?
Aye, lad. After all, sunshine can peek through a very small hole.
When you go to sleep at night, what's it like?
Well, for me, it's like being carried on shadowy arms to a far-off cloud and there floating till morning. And yet, sometimes, I think I hear voices.
Voices?
Aye, voices. They say no words I can recall, but they're filled with a fearful longing. They seem to be calling me back. I've pondered it when I'm awake, and I think, perhaps, maybe, I'm hearing it outside world. There must be many people who'd like a Brigadoon. Oh, it's time for the wedding. Come, lads.
The McGuffies are here. McLarens are here.
The Dalrymples are here.
The Beatons are here. Americans are here.
There's going to be a wedding. Now there's no minister anymore in Brigadoon. And in most villages this would be a calamitous thing, but we know it's a blessing. And when there's no minister present, it's perfectly proper, according to the laws of Scotland, for two people to be wed by sincere mutual consent. There need be nothing in writing. There need only be the promise of love as long as you both are on edge. Take her hands and please repeat after me. I love you till I die. And I'll make all effort to be a good husband to you. And so much will I try to be a fine and loving wife for you.
And
so much, but I try to be a kind and loving wife to you.
Drinks. Ye are blood of my blood and bone of my bone.
We are blood of my blood, and bone of my bone.
You are blood of my blood and bone of my bone.
I give you my body that we two may be one.
I give you my body, that you too may be one.
I give you my body, you too. You one.
I give you my spirit till our life shall be done.
I give you my spirit, so our life shall be done.
I give you my spirit, that our life shall be done.
Oh, kiss her, lad. Mr. Forsyth, I know I would like to have been here today. But as long as the two of you are good and true to each other, you cannot help but live within the grace of God. Mr. Forsyth could not have asked for anything more than that.
Mrs. Lundie?
Are we married yet, Mrs. Lundie? Aye, lad, you're married.
he fell on a rock and crushed in his head. Nobody wanted for Harry to be smitten down. All that we wanted was to keep him from leaving this town. Looky, I understand. There's no sense for us all to be sad about it. This is clear, God's own hand, and we too should be grateful and glad about it. Now it may be very true that the lad here is dead. Don't tell the rest till tomorrow that Beaton is dead. They'll find him dead tomorrow. Tell them all is right. There should be no more sorrow on this wedding night. Charlie, help me, please.
I thought I heard a cry from over here. Well, Father?
It's okay now. He was stopped.
Oh, thank heaven. Was he hurt bad?
No, dearie, just a wee scratch on his head. There's no time for grieving now. There's no need for grieving now. We have a wedding supper to finish.
Mr. McLaren, did you find him?
Aye, Archie.
You stopped him from doing that terrible deed?
Aye, Archie.
Well, I'm glad that you stopped him, but where is my son? I want to see him.
He's in another place. He's well taken care of. There's no need to grieve now. There's no grieving now. Come, Archie. We have a supper down the lane.
I didn't think I can attend that. I'm so ashamed of him and what he was going to do. No, I cannot attend.
Angus, have you seen Tommy?
The American?
Aye.
Why, no. I didn't think they'd come back with us. Sorry, Fiona.
Come, Fiona.
Tommy! I thought you'd gone.
I didn't leave. I couldn't.
Are you hurt?
No.
Oh, thank heaven. I'd have died if anything had happened to you. I love you so.
You. How could you be so sure after just one day?
I can't say. All I know is when a lass falls in or out of love, she knows it right away.
I wish my emotions could be that clear to me.
Why?
Because I have this suspicion that I'm hearing my own secret being told.
You think you're in love with me?
I think. What could thinking do? I mean, if I thought about it, this isn't going to make any more sense than this miracle. No, Fiona, what I feel is something else.
Then what do you feel, Tommy?
This is hard to say, but as I wandered through the lee, I felt for just a fleeting moment that I suddenly was free of being lonely, and I closed my eyes and saw the very reason why. I saw a man with his head bowed low. His heart had no place to go. I looked and I thought to myself with a sigh, there but for you go I. I saw saw a man walking by the sea. Alone with the tide was he. I looked and I thought as I watched him go by, there but for you go I. Lonely men around me, trying not to cry, till the day you found me there among them was I saw a man who had never known a love that was all his own. I thought as I thanked all the stars in the sky, there but for you go I.
Tommy, darling.
Fiona, I love you. That's all there is to it.
I've wanted to hear you say it, even though it'd be at the last minute like this.
The last minute.
Aye.
And then you. Oh, Fiona, I can't leave you. Not now. Not like this. Wait a minute. Didn't Mrs. Lundie say that someone could stay if he loved someone enough?
Aye.
Fiona, that's for me. Where do I go? Who do I talk to? Where do I go to get my passport to disappear?
Oh, Tommy, I think we need to see Mrs. Lundie right away.
Oh, Fiona. I don't want to be without you ever again. I'd be afraid to be.
Don't have to be.
I saw a man who had never known a love that was all his own. I thought as I thanked all the stars in the sky, there but for you go I. Jeff? You around? Where you at, Jeff? Jeff, come here. I gotta tell you something. I'm not going back with you. I'm staying here in Brigadoon. No, I am not. I tell you, Jeff, in just one day, I feel more a part of her and this place than I ever felt about anyone or anything back home.
Well, that's because it's just one day. If you stay here, it's for all of us.
I know.
You know how long all this is around here. It's a hell of a long time.
I know.
You can't have a trial marriage and just because if you don't like it after 600 or 700 years.
Won't ever want it to.
You're absolutely positive there's never come a time when you miss your family and friends, the life you love. How can you know that now?
Well, here's where you might think I'm a little nutty, but I believe in her. And what's more, I believe in this place.
You do not. You just think you do. You want to. This Highland voodoo town doesn't make any more sense to you than it does to me. When you leave here after a few weeks, maybe after a few days, you'll forget about the whole thing. You won't feel anything. That's the way it is with a dream.
A dream?
Yes, that's what this is, a dream.
How do you know?
You just don't believe in it. You're not convinced. You're not moved by it now. It's a dream.
How can you know that?
Because I do. Did you see the funeral just now?
Of course, why?
I'm responsible for it.
What are you talking about?
Harry Beaton.
Yeah?
I killed him.
You what?
I killed him. Accidentally, of course. Out in the forest tonight. Suddenly he came running by me from behind the bush. Without even thinking what I was doing, I stuck out my foot. Down he went. Hurt his head. Hurt his head hit a rock with a very nasty thud.
Oh, Jeff. I'm sorry.
What for?
Well, you must feel half dead inside.
On the contrary, I feel nothing.
You actually don't feel anything.
Nothing.
Why not?
Because it's just a dream, like a good one for you, and a bad one for me.
Yes?
If you really believe I couldn't do that, I'll wait for you outside the town.
Tommy, what did he mean by that?
Fiona tells me you want to stay mad.
It's no good, Fiona. I'm leaving. And it's not because I don't love you. I think I do. It's just I don't trust all of my emotions, I guess.
You mean you cannot accept everything?
I mean, that's about it, I guess.
Don't be ashamed of yourself, lads. It's the hardest thing to give up everything, even though it's usually the only way to get everything.
Fiona, do you even understand it all? fears and no doubts. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Tommy. And just remember, any day, any night, that I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Good. What is it? Frank with EDP?
The usual, bourbon.
Why do you say the usual? Have I been drinking a lot?
Continuously since you got back from Scotland 4 months ago.
Well, I just decided I don't like it. It's not as good as the whiskey my mother used to make. Give me some gin.
What do you have with it? Yes, sir.
What time is it, Frankie? I forgot my watch.
6:10.
6:10. I better head up to my room. Can you get me another drink? I'd like to drink a total of 4.
It's just about time for Miss Ashton to call.
Oh.
Jane Ashton, Mr. Albright's fiancée. Don't tell me you don't remember her.
All right, I won't.
Well, just about this time, she either calls or come in, or both, looking for Mr. Albright.
She does, eh? Well, I'm glad you warned me. I think I'll drink up and go.
Where is Mr. Albright?
Well, he quit his job about a month ago and he packed up his parcels and he vanished like Brigadoon.
Like who?
That was the name of my brother who ran. Hey.
Hi, Mr. Albright. It's nice to see you again.
Hey,
Well, but
Jeff, how you doing?
he's back. It's my old friend Tommy. He's back.
Hey, Frankie.
Where you been, Tommy?
Up on a farm in New Hampshire.
Digging around in that old dirty dirt. What were you doing there?
Having the time of my life. Ryan soda, please, Frankie.
Well, if you like it so much, when you get married, why don't you buy one?
I wonder if I want to get married with it.
Why?
Well, my dear old Tank, I'm in love with someone else, and I can't get over it.
Oh.
And because I can't be with her, I can't be with anyone else. So I had to get away. Too many things remind me of her. Oh, Jeff, when I'm with people, they'll say one word, and that'll open up a door to a memory. And suddenly, I'm not with them anymore. I'm a few thousand miles away with her. Then slowly, I'll drift back into the conversation. They'll have asked me a question. I don't know what the hell they're talking about because I haven't heard a thing.
You must be fascinating company.
Well, it's easier when I'm alone.
Tommy,
Jane?
what a wonderful surprise.
Okay.
When did you get back?
Just a short while ago.
How about you?
Let me look at you.
Cold.
I must say, you do look wonderful.
So do you, Jane.
Well, I ain't eating run, but I'm going to my room after.
I'll see you later, Jeff.
Hello.
Your bill, sir, is awfully high.
Tommy, why didn't you wreck me?
Nothing to say, I guess. Drink?
Old-fashioned, please. Why didn't you wire me that you were coming in? I figured the moment you get back into town, you would at least call me or come to me, or in fact, why not? Come to me, back to me, kiss me goodbye. Dawn of my darkest, I can
What?
Commuting 60 miles outside of New York?
Oh, I don't want to do that.
I thought so, so I told Mr. Jackson.
Who?
Herbert Jackson.
Who's he?
The real estate man. I just told you about him. I told him that you'd be calling him soon.
I can hardly wait.
Please do. Been trying awfully hard to arrange everything for the wedding. Tell me, do you still want Jeff to stand up for you?
Yeah, if he can. Why?
Nothing. It's just he's been so impossible lately. Everybody's practically bored to death with him.
Yeah, well, I don't care about everybody, especially the everybody we know.
You've been awfully antisocial since you returned from Scotland. If you don't wish to be around everybody, then why don't we take that house from Mr. Jackson up on that high, beautiful hill? And on the hill, this campaign is in the gloamland, and all the clouds are holding still. So take my hand and we'll go home, and you'll have her on the hill, the hill.
No, Jane, no.
No, what?
There's not going to be a wedding next month.
You mean you're postponing it again?
No, I'm not postponing it. I'm calling it off for good.
Calling it off?
I can't do it. Ever.
You have some nerve. After all this time I've spent waiting, being patient with you, and all your idiotic whims and temperament.
I'm sorry. You've been wonderfully kind to me, but something happened to me a few months ago that I can't explain, and now I don't fit in here anymore.
You've gone clean out your mind, but I'm not standing here in this bar and arguing with you. Let's just go home. Go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home with Bonnie Jean. And if you think anyone else is going to put up with your nonsense, then you are raving mad. So think about that, Mr. Albright, when you're all alone. I think real loneliness is having loved in vain, rather than having loved at all.
You understood, Fiona. I didn't. You were right. It never faded. These hurried hours were all the life we could share. Still, I will go with not a tear, just a prayer that when
all the years to come, and through the tears to come, I know I'll be yours from
this day on. Hello? Room 732, please. Jeff? Jeff, are you sober? I want to go back to Scotland. I said I want to go back to Scotland. It doesn't matter what for. Are you coming with me? Okay, well, get plane reservations right away. I know it isn't there, but I want to see where it was. I don't care if people don't think that's going to make sense. I want to go. I want to go. Do you hear me? I want to go. unbelievable, awful, and unbelievable.
What's awful and unbelievable?
To think that somewhere out there between the mist and the stars is someone that I want to be with so terribly. And she's not dead. She's only asleep. And still, I'll never see her again.
We came all the way over here for you to tell me that. And you could have called me in New York.
No. And I'll tell you why. Jeff, she became so real to me that I had to come over to see this place and see that it really wasn't there.
It works that way for me. I gotta work really hard to convince myself that it happened at all.
That's the big difference between us. I learned that sometimes the things that you believe in can become more real to you than all the things that you can explain away or understand. God, why do people have to lose things to find out how much they need?
Take a look around. Take a look around town, and let's start walking. I was lost.
Okay.
Me? Tommy, Dad. My, you must really love her. You woke me up, lad. Oh, you'd have been too surprised, lad. I told you before, if you love someone deeply enough, anything is possible, even miracles.